Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So if you're new here, hello, my name is Julianne and I make videos all about health, fitness, nutrition. So if you're interested in any of that, then be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content. So I recently celebrated a birthday and I wanted to share some of the things that I've learned in my 24 years of life, and especially in the last, say, 5 years. There has been so much change, so much development, and I think this is good information for you guys also, so be sure to stick around. So here are 10 life lessons that I have learned in my 24 years. Number 1, fitness is not a punishment, and it should never be used as a punishment. Throughout all of my teenage years, even my early adult years, like, that was all it was. Fitness was a punishment. I was punishing myself for how I looked, or I would be punishing myself for overindulging in something, and it would really mess with my mind. Looking back, when I was a teenager, I think I was pretty healthy, but for all the wrong reasons. I just wanted to be skinny and I just hated my body. Even though I was healthy, I still didn't like my body and I still hated it, and I would still punish myself using fitness. Number 2, don't try and be somebody that you're not. Growing up, I was such a copycat. I would want to copy people's styles, people's hairstyles. I would just, I would like go on the internet, find like outfit inspirations, and I would be like, oh, I have to do exactly this to look good, or I have to have exactly this body to be happy like this person is shown in this picture. So I wasn't really doing any of this stuff for me, for my own development, for my own health. I was just doing it to emulate some other person, or to be this imaginary self that I had created, that in my eyes, Julianne is this fashion model that is like super fit and skinny and has very good taste in clothing or something. But that's just not reasonable, and that's just not possible, and that's just me picturing myself as somebody else. Number 3, you do not need to eat as if you will never have this meal ever again in your entire life. This is something that even to this day I still struggle with a bit. Every time we would have a really good meal in our home, especially holidays like Christmas, Thanksgiving, or just any dinner that we would have that would be really delicious, I would overconsume so much that it kind of became binge-like tendencies. I would eat until I'm beyond full, and then I would maybe wait half an hour or an hour, and then I would go back and eat again. And I don't really know why. It's just, yes, that was a really enjoyable meal, but I can make it again if I want to, and I can eat reasonable portions. Number 4, just because you have money doesn't mean you have to spend it. So I got my first job when I was 15, and I wasn't working that much. I was maybe working 16 hours a week, maybe. I think at the beginning I was only working 10 hours a week. So I wasn't like getting that much money, but it was the first time that I actually had my own money that I had earned. And every time I got a paycheck, it was burning a hole in my pocket. Like, I had to spend this money. So I would go on to Lululemon and just all these stores. I wouldn't be looking for anything specific. I just wanted to find something that I could buy. I would just scroll for hours just seeing if I liked something. If I liked it, I would buy it. And thinking back, oh, I wish I would have been a bit better with my money, because even if I saved half of it, if I cut out half of those ridiculous purchases, like, I don't want to think about it, because I would probably have a lot more in savings now. And every year when I would do my taxes, I would always be so surprised, because it would say my annual income, and I would be thinking, I didn't know I made this much money. Where did it all go? So number 5, wear SPF. You will never get a real tan. This kind of goes back to trying to be somebody that I'm not. In my mind, during the summer, I was this bronze goddess that would just be lounging in the sun and come out being very tan the next day. And that just doesn't happen for me, for my body. I never got tan, I just got red. So here's my advice. Wear SPF and buy a fake tanner. And the worst thing is that I would get red, I would burn, and I would be happy about it because I knew that if I burnt, then it would fade into a tan. And that is so terrible for your skin and for your health. I don't know what I was thinking. For the last 2 years, I've been wearing SPF on my face every single day, even in the winter. It's just like my daytime moisturizer. No, I am a lot more careful now. And I have a fake tanner for the summertime. Number 6, life is unpredictable. Don't even bother to try and plan everything. So when I was done high school, I had a plan for myself for like the next 10-15 years. I had my life totally planned out. And let me tell you this one thing, absolutely nothing from that plan has actually been completed. Like, everything has changed. When I was out of high school, I knew I was going to work for a year, I was going to go to university for nursing, and then I was going to have a nursing job and be happy in that nursing job, and then get married, and then that was just it. Here's what my actual journey has been since high school. I worked full-time for 1 year, and then I went to school part-time for nursing, and I didn't get into the actual nursing program. So instead, that summer, I was working 2 jobs, 1 full-time, 1 part-time, 15 hours a day, to save up the money to go to England for a Bible school, and then there I met my husband, and now I'm living in Germany. I haven't started school yet. I hope I can soon. It has not gone according to plan, and that's okay. So number 7, you are not as fat as you think you are. I think sometimes you need a bit of outside perspective on your body to actually see it in its true form. When I was in high school, I thought I was so chubby always. And I guess maybe that's because of the people I was surrounded with. In middle school and high school, I was in dance classes, and the girls there were so tiny. Like, standing beside them, I felt huge. But now, looking back and like seeing photos of myself from that time, I was very normal. I was not overweight. I was healthy. I wasn't fat. And that's something I even struggle with to this day. I still complain to my husband and say, oh, I don't fit into my pants anymore, I'm so fat. But I'm healthy. I went to the doctor the other day just for like a normal checkup, and she was checking all my vitals and everything, and she was like, yeah, you're very healthy. And like, okay, I thought I wasn't, but apparently I am. Yeah, I've always struggled with bad body imaging, and it was never as bad as I thought it was. Number 8, never take friends and family for granted. I think I have the right to say this because I have moved like thousands of kilometers away from my family. I haven't seen them in a year and a half. So for anybody who is living closer to your family, you know, take advantage of that and give them lots of hugs. Number 9, communication is key. Actually, practicing how you communicate will save your relationships. I think so many arguments can be avoided just through better communication, and not just like marriage or like dating, like your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your friends. Really taking an outside look on how you communicate and being actively trying to improve that can make a huge difference. So for me and my husband, we have lots of discussions about how we're actually communicating to each other, and it's gotten like a lot better since when we first got married. I think I can say that. We're actually able to kind of see how the other person is communicating and then inform each other on, I think you're doing a little too much of this and too much of that, or not enough this, whatever. Just communicate about communication. Just talk. And finally, number 10, be kind to others, but don't forget to be kind to yourself. I think I've always been a very friendly person, but I have struggled with being a friendly person to myself, and it's something that I'm still working on. But it was never really something that was communicated to me when I was a teenager, that I do really need to work on being kind to myself as well. I think I really stressed being a super friendly person. I'm not the most outgoing person. Like, when we're face to face, I am sometimes a little bit shy around new people especially, but I make a point to be very friendly. But unfortunately, I wasn't always friendly with myself. And that's really just my biggest goal in life, is just to be completely content and completely happy with my situation in life, with my health, with my fitness, with myself. I just want to be happy about everything. I sometimes look at my grandmother. She is just the most jolly person, and you know, I want to be like that. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel with the algorithm. And if you have any really important life lessons that I maybe missed, or that are just really applicable to you, then be sure to leave them in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!